right, let's talk about the big man.
Okay.
Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, Saudi Arabia, December 14th. I'm trying to get out there for it. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. If the fight even happens over there, we'll see.
Yeah.
What do you make of it? Who's favourite for the fight?
Wow. Joshua will go down as the odds-on favourite, but for me, I'm like, the first fight was so conclusive. And Ruiz, like, it's not. I know that everyone's saying Joshua went through this, but at the end of the day,
Got knocked down 3 times.
Yeah, 4 times, got knocked down. To go up against that guy who put you on your ass 4 times in the ring, only 6-7 months later, like, you have to be a superhuman being to not feel like away when you fight him in a rematch.
I've said that as well. I've said a lot of it, and everyone's talking about Joshua making sort of tactical changes. I'm talking about emotionally.
Yeah.
Knowing you're gonna fight, like, imagine getting beat up in school.
Yeah.
And having to go to school the next day and see the same bully. Like, pass.
Yeah. Like, it's
lucky punch
you have
my
to have
ass.
Tremendous type of like mentality to go through. I don't know boxers do. But what I've been saying to people is that the first hard shot that Ruiz lands on Joshua,
it's gonna have problems.
That will tell you who's gonna win that fight.
It's almost a bit, and I know people might laugh at this comparison. I remember when David Price fought Tony Thompson.
Yeah. And
Price obviously lost, and it was like, oh, rematch. Oh, he'll get him this time. He was gone in the rematch as well. And mentally, it was like he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it scares me that Joshua. Look, nothing would shock me if Joshua knocks him out in round 1. I kid you not, I won't go. If Joshua gets knocked down in round 1, I'll be like, yeah. Nothing would shock me.
I've got to believe. I think Joshua can do it. I mean, there's no doubt that he can't. He can do it. I really don't know.
Let me not hide my Nigerian side. I pray to God he does it.
Yeah, I hope to see Joshua does it. I want Joshua to win.
Yeah, just in case of what it would be like. I don't think people realise how big an impact Joshua has on British boxing.
Yeah.
If Joshua isn't in British boxing, it loses a lot.
Yeah,
it loses a lot. There's no fight in Saudi Arabia. They're not interested.
No.
They're not fucking interested. You know what I mean? I know Amir Khan's got his base over there, but this is something big over there.
This is huge.
This is huge. If he loses, which then could possibly be that, so it's a massive blow for British boxing.
Who carries the torch if he was to lose? I mean, I'm really hoping he does win. I think he. I'm going to lean towards it. Yeah, but like, we can't underestimate Ruiz. We knew what Ruiz brought to the table the first time. A lot of casuals at the first time thought that who was this guy, but those that actually follow boxing knew that he could fight. I still didn't think he'd win.
No, that I can't lie. So as you were saying, I was thinking, fuck me. I said AJ would knock him out.
Yeah, I thought AJ would win, but he's got the style to give him problems. Like, he's got that short, squatty style. He's a forward counter puncher.
And he's a boxer.
Yeah, he knows
how to box. This guy that's been boxing is not a guy that went to the gym and started learning it at 19, 18. This guy's been boxing. It's in his blood.
Yeah. He's represented his country, like, represented Mexico at the Olympics.
Yeah. They're trying to get him to do it again in the 2020 Olympics.
Yeah, so the guy, he's got pedigree, man. He just, people look at him and think, oh, you know what, he's going to get bowled over. But it's not that simple, man. I think it's going to be a great fight. Rooting for Joshua, big time.
Yeah, it's. I said at the time that Yard Kovalev was the most intriguing fight of 2019, which I still think it was.
For sure.
This is definitely second for me in terms of intrigue. I have no idea how this fight's going to go whatsoever.
I think it's up in the head, man.
It is up in the head. With what happened with Joshua, do you still like want Joshua versus Wilder? Does that excite you?
It would still excite me, man. It would still excite me.
Let me not pretend it doesn't.
It would be, yeah.
You know you want it as well.
I would be really excited for that, but I'd be a lot more worried too.
For Joshua, isn't it?
For Joshua, yeah.
Yeah. Because before it was a case of, who lands first? I don't think it's that simple.
Yeah.
I think Wilder, I don't know, I just feel like if Wilder lands on Joshua, he's out. He's out for 20 seconds.
Could be a horrible knockout.
Yeah, like Brazil, it could be like that. Where Joshua lands on Wilder, I feel like it might take a couple to get rid of Wilder. Yeah, I don't think it's one.
No.
Whereas
Wilder is one. We've seen it.
It's half, dude. He hits people through their guard and they go. So I'll
be nervous watching that.
What about Joshua Fury?
You
wouldn't be scared about that one, would you? It's different.
It's different.
I think it'll be outboxed, but not hurt.
I don't think Joshua would go in there. Because he's even said it himself, hasn't he? Like in interviews that if he was to beat Ruiz, he'd like Fury next. So he hasn't even been talking about Wilder. And Fury carries a big threat in terms of outboxing him, making him look silly. But he doesn't carry that threat really where he's going to knock him out.
No, not at all.
I can't see
Fury was like, come on then.
Yeah. And the problem is, I think that Joshua can just he can march towards Fury. He's not going to, he'll throw punches, which Klitschko didn't do.
True. Yes, that's very true.
I think Joshua,
it's an interesting fight, isn't it? It's not as much as people think, I will outbox him. I'm like, Fury gets hit.
He gets hit.
Fury isn't the guy. He's not fucking Muhammad Ali back in the 60s. He gets touched.
He gets touched.
Yeah.
So Joshua would fancy that. I'm not saying he wins it at all.
No. But we're not saying that on this channel.
But I think he'd fancy that because with Wilder, like there is the real threat that he could be stretched out.
It's frightening, isn't it?
Yeah.
That kind of power. I honestly, people laugh. I say it's some sort of slave power. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. You know, honestly, it's literally cotton picking. His great grandfather was like that size, I think, just picking. Because this guy's not even got. There's not even muscles anywhere really. He's not big like Joshua. Yeah. Skinny dude.
But he can bang, man.
He can bang.
I'll tell you what, every time I watch him, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Because you know it could be gone.
Yeah.
I actually think he will knock out Fury in the rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now. Well, let's see how he gets on against Luis Ortiz. But I think this time round, he knocks out Fury clean.
Really?
Yeah, I really do believe that Fury isn't outboxed him without getting touched for 12 rounds, I don't think. I know people say, yeah, but Fury, he's a couple more training camps and this and that. All it takes is 1 second.
Yeah, I mean,
1 second.
It does. And looking at that first fight, man, I mean, Wilder was completely outboxed throughout most of the fight, I think.
Yeah.
He still landed. People forget that he still landed and he still dropped
twice.
Yeah. So I think going into the rematch, I think that will have learned a lot from the first fight.
And his boxing skills, look, they're not the greatest. In fact, they're awful. They're awful. They're horrible.
Yeah.
But there's something there.
I
mean, he does move a little bit.
I think, he's probably underestimated a little bit, but at the end of the day...
When he goes for the kill, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's when he's all over the place.
Winning wild.
Yeah, it's just so bad.
Yeah. I don't know. Because picked against Fury loads. I picked Wilder to beat Fury the first time.
Picked him for Klitschko.
Klitschko to beat him.
Understandably so.
I think he fights to the level of his opponent.
Agreed.
So... with that threat, knowing what's in front of him, knowing he's been almost been put to sleep for 5-6 seconds.
He'll be more cautious as well.
He'll be cautious. Yeah, it's another great fight, man.
I think it'll be a great fight. I just feel like Wilder will take it.